What up? It's the DBBC, the Divine Brothers Book Club. We back again. 48 Laws of Power. Man, we having a hell of a day right now.
Yes, sir.
Eventful to say the least.
Let's get it though.
I'm John. God damn.
I'm Champ.
And it's your boy B.
All right, man. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. What is offered for free is dangerous. It usually involves either a trick or a hidden obligation. What has worth is worth paying for. By paying your own way, you stay clear of gratitude, guilt, and deceit. It is also often wise to pay the full price. There is no cutting corners with excellence. Be lavish with your money and keep it circulating. For generosity is a sign and a magnet for power. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Immediately, I was like, I get it, because everything has a price. You know, it costs to live and die. So taking things for free, or taking gifts, accepting gifts, always has a way of coming back to bite you in the ass, because people tend, in terms of human beings, people tend to, human nature,
Okay.
people tend to throw things back in your face, because it's rare that people do things out of the kindness, kindness of their heart, or it's rare that they just do it out of love. You know, it's always a hidden agenda, and there's always, like you said, an obligatory objective that falls behind it, and you know, the things that people do for the free, you know. So in those terms, like I feel it 100%. Despise the free lunch.
Yeah, that can always be it's always a tricky gesture, because you don't know. It's like you said, is this genuine, or is it something attached to it to where you're gonna be like, man, I remember when you was low and I boom boom, or man, I remember when I needed you and you needed me, and then I came through and I boom boom. It's always gonna be here. Let me in your face. You feel what I'm saying? You know, so I thought about that the same thing. Like you said, you gotta watch it, because you don't know what's behind that free move or that gesture, but also it takes experience, maturity, and like sort of a balance, and I guess discernment to know, you know, when to ask for help at the same time too. You know what I mean? Because you can't let that stop you and block you from, all right, well, let me just say I need help because I need this. This would be a sequential step for me to get to the bigger picture. Had a foresight, you know what I mean, in mind. So I thought this was a damn sure interesting rule, because you know it could be that few that actually want to help you, and then you'll turn it down like, man, hell no, it's always something behind, you know what I mean, these type of gestures. So I thought it was a tricky rule. You feel me?
You know what though? It's when people usually do things out of the kindness of their heart, or if it's just a genuine gesture, you never know where it comes from.
That's true. It won't be, I did this.
There you go. Because when people was like, oh, you know, I did like my grandmother used to do stuff like and it rubbed off on me. She would do stuff like she'll call me and ask me to do something for her, and she'll try to give me money, and I won't take the money.
Yeah.
Right. But then I'll be cleaning out my car, and then I'll find $20 under my seat. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll find like or it'd be in the envelope or something, like something like that. And I'll be like, man, where the hell did this come from? And I'll think about it, like, oh, okay, I know who it is, and she'll never bring it up. You know, so it's acts of kindness like that. And then there's the other side.
Yeah.
You know, when somebody did something for you and you be like, oh no, I'm good, I'm straight. And they be like, no, it's all good, you got it. And then way down the line, you don't, and then they bring it up. Like, oh yeah, you remember that time? Can you? You're like, wait a minute, bro. I thought you said that it was this. Well, you know, now it's backpedaling. Now it's what I did for you. You know,
yeah.
I need you to do X, Y, and Z because I made this move for you when it shouldn't be like that.
Shut up.
B said,
Jay, what you thinking?
You kind of hit it too. It made me think about Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or their gratitude. Because I just mentioned help, and like sometimes you might need the help of somebody, and so made me automatically think about that law where you gotta appeal to how this gonna be beneficial to them.
Man, come on.
Every now and then, and y'all both mentioned it already, it's rare that somebody want to help you just because they want to help you. And you gotta be able to, as B said, discern that. Like, especially when I think it's that real genuine help when that person, there's nothing you can do for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing you can do for them. It's
Right.
like, I just,
What are they looking for?
yeah, they like, it's literally, those are the ones where I think it do be genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can know sometimes with certain people, they gonna want something down the line.
Oh, come on. They done prove it time and time again.
Good for you. Yeah, I've been
The
I've been in that.
beginning of the Godfather.
Keep that. You can keep that, bro. I don't want that. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm for sure I don't want that.
It's the
Because
beginning
anything
of the
coming
Godfather.
back, I ain't fucking with.
Because when Vito called, like, you came and you asked for them favors on my
I made him an
daughter's
offer.
wedding day,
Right.
it's gonna be a
And then
time
that's where the
when
obligation
wrong.
pops up.
And exactly. Have y'all ever took the free lunch?
Yes.
Yeah, in the process of learning why you don't accept free lunches, hell yeah.
Yeah, I have. I took the cookie.
Did it backfire like big time? Or
I took the cookie and regretted it in the end. Why did I do that? No, it wasn't big, but I think when you take it, it puts you in a position where you I don't think you have to give anything back. You know what I mean? Depending on what that thing is, you know, that you took. But a lot of times, it's just awkward.
Yeah.
Communication is never clear and concise. You know, when that type of transaction happens, it's never clear on what is going on. So it puts you in a position where you're forced to either flash and be the bad guy, or now you between a rock and a hard place. You know, where it's like that you know, you politicking within, and you know you don't really want to do it. You know.
right.
So
It's the human nature, man. It's definitely that human nature.
It's like you, because I could be honest, like I felt bad saying no. Like somebody did something for me, and then they brought it up again, and I'm like, damn, like this person is in a tight situation, but I really can't do it right now. And that had nothing to do with what you need right now, you know?
Yeah.
So it plays on your own emotion again, the emotion, you know. So it's real tricky. It's real tricky. So it's like all in all, like you don't I look at it as like it's charity. It's charity that you have to pay back. It's a loan.
It is.
You know, it's not a grant. It's a loan.
If that case that went over anybody's head.
Now,
right.
Here's another one. We've all lived life. Who do you think you took the free lunch from more? Was it from like somebody who was a homie, or was it dealing with a lady?
A lady.
I feel like those are more. I feel like taking a free lunch from a woman is way more tricky.
It's way more tricky because, like I said, that's what I mean by it's never clear and concise.
Right.
It's never specified because I don't. Let me be real particular about my rhetoric and what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Let me tread lightly with because a lot of times they'll use the love. You know, love is usually tossed to, oh, I did it because I loved you. I did it because I love you. And then it's like, okay. And then you bring it up again. And it's like, okay, well, did you do it out of love, or did you do it to make yourself feel good? Did you do it out of love, or did you do it so you can get it back in return? But that wasn't specified. You didn't say this was, I need this back. You said it was for love. And if it was for love, then we shouldn't be having this conversation right now. It shouldn't be, you know, a discrepancy about what was going on. So that's where it gets tricky.
And now for my toxic answer. You didn't do it because you love me. You did it because you love the idea of me. And you did what you thought this would get me to do for you.
You thought I was going.
I'm done.
Yeah, there you go. You thought I was gonna put a title on it. You thought I was.
Nah,
You thought I was gonna further the relationship. You thought I was gonna put a ring on it. You thought it was gonna,
look, y'all gonna start a fire in the comments, man, saying this shit. Look
Man,
at
oh man, I'm talking. Hey, man, look, I'm getting tomatoes thrown at me. You know, but that's the reality of it. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Men do it. I think men might do it more often than the women do.
Straight
You know,
up.
we try to entice with the money, like, oh, I got money. You know, they it's trick.
Which brings me, it's funny because in the book, as soon as you flip it, the first like bold part is money and power. And then one of the things that
Like, yeah, you gotta, what's my man name? I'm in a bind, Nate. Bind, Nate. Like, look, you want to look, I bought you this. That's, you know, the sugar daddies and the old players, you know. They like, look, I got this paper. What you gonna do for it? You know, or, you know, yeah, I tell you, look, I need a favor. Oh yeah, I'll pay your rent. I'll pay your rent. Then they call you back 3 days later, like, yeah, so you pulling up? Send you the address to this thing. I'm gonna need you to come through and bust it open for me.
hey, they missed out on the best part of that generation. Because once Viagra came, Otis and them wasn't just
Oh yeah, it just wasn't 2 pumps in the grind.
Yeah.
Otis is stiff and he want rounds.
Yep. Mr. Clyde trying to get that glide for sure. But going back to the money and power thing, I thought it was interesting. It said power requires self-discipline.
Hell yeah, it does.
A lot.
Hell yeah, it does. And starting with that emotion, for sure.
Yeah. Being able to say no, man. even when you might need it or when you think you may need it, you know, because it's like they said in the book, man. It's no shortcuts to glory, to the glory road. On the glory road, it's none at all. No corner cutting. And you gotta go through the tours, you know, go through the tours and the stripes. If you really want to obtain the power, if you really want to be at the pinnacle, no cutting corners.
Straight up. Got to put that time in, coming from the mud. That way you know what to expect. Need that experience.
That way no one has anything to hold over your head. And I think that's the worst thing that you could do.
You always feel obligated, man, after that, bro. No matter what. Try to repay that. Man, like you said, that's human nature. You're gonna always feel like you owe somebody something after one thing is done. You know, so I mean that's what you gotta do. That's definitely what you gotta do. Use that discernment to figure out what it's really gonna be and have that foresight, you know what I mean?
I think it's that, and it's the what was the word I was looking for? Jesus, why am I blanking on my thought? Having that type of power, you have to. It's generally the person that's in power that's able to decide on if they're gonna give you the free lunch or not. And if you're the person that needs it, you gotta, going back to another law, know who you dealing with.
Yeah.
And decide, is it gonna be worth it? Like as G always say, we'll be doing something and G'll be like, don't pass, don't collect 200, don't pass go. And
it's not worth it.
That
so a lot of times it's not worth it. Because there's always an underlying theme and a hidden agenda, you know. We go back to The Godfather. Let's go back to The Godfather when Vito was first presented with that deal.
it
was like, bro, it was lucrative. Yeah. He could have made a lot of money. He would have been the first in the trade, right? In the drug trade, right? He was like, nah, this ain't it. This is not what we do. This is bad for business. This is bad for business.
One thing I thought was everything is cyclical. And back then, in order for a lot of people to get over, especially artists, they needed a patron. They needed a wealthy patron who could support their endeavors, but they was doing stuff for the patron. If you're a writer, write about me, make me good. If you're a painter, paint me, paint my family, make me look good. You a sculptor, sculpt us, and nowadays we have Patreon.
Sponsors.
I was wondering was you gonna go there.
Everything is everything.
Sponsors. That's advertisement, sponsorship that we still have it. It still goes on today.
Exactly. That's what I was like. I mean, those of us who comprehend correctly, the saying is real. There's nothing new under the sun. And everything,
history always repeats itself.
Everything
it's the same soup reheated.
Everything going cycles. Any final, better yet, how have y'all, because we all done easily transgressed it. Do one of y'all got a good story from where you observed it well and you could see like, I won that one by observing, like not taking that free lunch?
I can use an example, observing from the outside. When you take a job from like somebody, then you something like that, so you be like, dang, but I gotta complete this, even though I know I ain't fucking with it, but I gotta do something because I don't want to make my partner look bad or something like that. You feel me? Right. So you pass on it, but somebody else didn't, and you see the hell they catching from that shit. You feel me? But that obligation and that pressure, I don't want to let my partner down because they hooked it up. I have you in all type of situations that you don't even need to be in because of the fact, you feel me, that you felt like you owed them one because they looked out that free lunch. You feel what I'm saying?
I do. I got you totally.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah, man. I had an instant, a situation, man, where I was offered. I wouldn't say a job; it's more like a partnership, working with somebody who was, for me, it was like morally and character-wise, extremely flawed, and it kind of went against everything that me personally stand for. So it would have made me a lot of money dealing with this person, but the person was extremely tricky. I turned it down. A few months later, I know somebody who did end up working with this person, and let's just say both of them they not around no more. So I definitely have been in the situation where I've been like, yes, I'm so glad that I didn't take the bait. You know, people jump into situations. And I get it, to make their life better, to make their situation better, but the grass ain't greener on the other side. And sometimes, like I say, sometimes it ain't even no grass on the other side.
The grass green where you take care of the lawn. That's gonna go over a lot of people's head. So
there you go.
I think that was a good way to end that one.
I got one last thought, and it was strictly from reading the judgment. Be lavish with your money, keep it circulating, for generosity is a sign and a magnet for power. We always think about things from our higher self, and that just literally made me think about having that abundance mind frame. Like if you a miser and you holding on to stuff, subconsciously you saying, I'm not gonna get this again. So I gotta hold on to this for dear life. I can't be free with it. Whereas if you are generous with it, but doing it wisely, you know that what you spend out, you can get back double and triple fold. I think that was a big thing I got from just that one part, is always having that abundance mind state.
Yeah. So, okay, look, when you do that, in regards to what you just said, do you think it's free lunch? Because the generosity, of giving, you receive that back in return. Because for me, that's one hand washing the other. So people naturally want to do things for you without you having to pay.
True.
Right? And without having it, oh no, it ain't no favor. I don't need any favor because you're so generous. you gave to me, here's the favor back in return. So I feel like that's where it can work in your favor.
Paying it forward.
There you go, paying it forward in terms of, you know, there you go.
Like, we all see it. We go to Target. You'll see some little kids in the parking lot selling candy. I don't even be eating the candy. Or like, will you buy a candy bar, sir? I just give $2 and I'm like, keep your candy. Like, go sell it to somebody else. It's kind of like, you know, you win.
I don't need it.
Yeah, like you win it. Just a little.
There you go. I'm gonna win anyway.
Shit, I try not to make eye contact with him, bro. When I walk up, oh, shit. Damn.
Like $12, man.
One more funny one. You know who that killed? Who game that killed? It killed all the dudes trying to sell their CD. Cause now I could be like, you're not on Spotify? You're not on Tidal?
Oh yeah.
I just can't go stream.
Like, bro, I don't even have a CD player, bro. Who the fuck is playing that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to this shit. I'm gonna have to go to my grandma's house.
That nigga stupid.
That's funny. All right, let's close this out. Keywords.
Free.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with gender.
You said gender?
Agenda.
Okay. I'm going with Avarice. This was good money. We done had a bunch of cameos and shit. People going in and out on, like, y'all don't know. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know.
Man,
we here though.
And build character, baby.
You know, part of the tour, part of the road that we travel.
I'm here for it.
But you already know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share it. You know, put more people onto this. This good.
Open up a book, hop in the comments too.
For sure. Do that. And you already know what's up, man. Blessings.
Love.
Peace.